Hello everyone, welcome you all to the Rubber Industry Conversation program managed by Technobase. In this program, we'll be having conversations with the rubber industry businesses and their management about trends, opportunities and challenges. This program is, as you know, this is managed by Technobase. Technobase is an international resource center for rubber industries, which provides professional education and business services globally. In today's rubber industry conversation session, we are focusing on Malaysia rubber products industry, opportunities and challenges. Outlook. This session is supported by Malaysia Rubber Products Manufacturer Association, shortly called MRPMA, and IRIC 2022 International Rubber Industry Convention Expo, organized by MRPMA. I'd like to convey sincere thanks to Mr. H.Y. Kong for doing all the coordination for this session. It is a great pleasure to introduce and welcome our distinguished guests from Malaysia Rubber Products Industry. May I invite Mr. K.K. Yao, is a Managing Director of the Associated First Rubber, Sendrian Berhad. And he is also the President of MRPMA, Malaysian Rubber Products Manufacturer Association. Welcome you, Mr. Yao.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Paran. Good morning.
Good morning. And may I invite Mr. K.K. Fang, is a Managing Director of the Bright Polymer. He's also Vice President of MRPMA. Mr. Fang, welcome.
Yeah, good morning and thank you, Mr. Paran.
And next, our guest distinguished is Mr. Low Yun Hon. Mr. Low is a Director of the Psycho Rubber. He's also Vice President of MRPMA. Welcome, Mr. Low.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Paran. Thank you for having us here today. Very good morning to everyone.
Okay, welcome you all for this rubber industry conversation program. As I'm briefing you that this session is focusing on the Malaysian rubber industry, what kind of opportunities are there, and how is the outlook of the Malaysian rubber products industry. Just make it easy for all of you. This is going to be pretty much informal and coffee table conversation. Are you fine with it? Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, that's good.
Super. Okay, for the benefit of all the audience, I'd like to invite you to introduce your company first, and also what kind of products you are producing and what kind of markets you are serving. May I ask Mr. Yao to go first?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Balance. I'm the President of MRPMA, Malaysian Rubber Product Manufacturer Associations. So I also is the founder and owner of Associates First Rubber, Malaysia Sdn Bhd. So my company established in year 2000. So mostly our product, we manufacture all kinds of rubber molded parts, especially for O-ring siphons, seals, doormats, and caskets. Also, we accept all the customs made products as well. Our markets to supply to OEM and IEM market in domestic, also in the international market. This is what Ralph Creed introduced my company, Associates First Rubber. Thank you.
Associate First. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Yao. Thank you. May I ask Mr. Fang, please?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Paran. Yeah, my company is called Bright Polymer Sdn Bhd and was established in 1997 in the state of called Pahang in Malaysia. Right? We started with the producing of this rubber compound for the tire retraining industries. Currently, our product range from camel bag, cushion gums, sidewall solutions, and precure liners We also do custom mix and master badges. Our company is certified with ISO 9001, and some of our products is also certified by Malaysian standard. Okay? Currently, I'm the managing director of this company with a workforce of around 50 persons. Yeah. I work in the rubber industry for 42 years. Yeah? So both in the midstream and the downstream industries. Currently, I'm sitting in the LGM board, Lembaga Getah, and also as a trustee in the MRC board. Yeah. So this is my. Thank you.
You have many hats, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I have to prepare because not enough time yesterday. Only I received the notice.
No, I mean you are doing all. You are part of the MRPMA. You are part of the MRC. You are part of LGM, okay, and also running the business since 1997. Yeah. I believe that you need more than 24 hours to manage all things. I guess busy person. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's have to because we have to contribute partially to back to our industry. So actually, by joining MRPMA, actually we can actually contribute.
Yeah, fantastic. Mr. Low, about your company, Psycho Rubber, please.
Yeah, good morning. I'm Low. I'm the director of Psycho Rubber Malaysia and Sdn Bhd. We are actually a subsidiary of Kato Sansho Company Limited of Japan. Kato Sansho was established in year 1909, so it's more than 113 years history. So Psycho Rubber Malaysia and Sdn Bhd is actually ISO 9001 IATF certified companies. So we are doing customized compounding, rubber master batch and compound for various industries. So we have oil and gas, engineering, electronics, electrical, as well as automotive industries. So basically, Psycho Rubber we have our own R&D team to do new formulation to meet the customers' requirements. We are doing some exports and as well as local. So about 30% of our customers are Japanese company. Then the rest is the overseas customers as well as local customers. Basically, we have 4 production lines in Psycho Rubber, and we believe in investment. So every year we will try to pinpoint and which machinery that need to be upgraded, so that we can always on top of the game and to what we call that to make quality products as an assurance to our customers. So basically that is Psycho Rubber. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I think because you have roots with the Japanese, so there is no compromise on the quality at all, I guess. Is it right? Yeah. Fantastic. Okay, I'm pleased to know. I think you are doing well with your businesses. How is the business for you in these COVID times?
Actually, I believe most of us are busy. Yeah.
Okay, super. Let's get into a little bit about MRPMA. I think one of the it has a long history. Mr. Yao, can you give us some highlights about MRPMA? Currently you are the president of MRPMA, and what's happening there, and some history about it, please.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. Params. MRPMA this year, actually, we are celebrating our 70th anniversaries, right? With a grand events. So we are almost is the oldest association in Malaysia, right? Like what just now Mr. Pang mentioned that he represent associations, sit in the Malaysian Rubber Board as a board members. He also represent the MRPMA, sit in this Malaysian Rubber Council as a board of trustee. That's why this role playing by the MRPMA is very important, that we not only as a manufacturers associations, we also represent the whole industry. So we are bring our voice, our challenges, and our ideas to our government agencies, right, to take care about our industry. So this is very important that what is the role played by the associations and the committee members, right? So we also assist, just now I said that assist the governments, right, to creating a relevance policies, right, even is our national programs, right? We're giving them the input, what is the challenge for our these rubber industries. So we also become as a collaboration with the other similar association to achieve a common objectives. So MRPMA also recently we also do the working visit to overseas to our related association to have a corporate together, right, to bring in and share the informations, or we bring our members to the advanced country to have a so-called the open eyes, the latest technology, how we can be move forward, So we see that a lot of people in this rubber industry is already 150 years in Malaysia. So there is say that this maybe it will be a sunset industry. But for us, we also say that we rubber industry, we is the last one to be sunset, right? So we are the lovers. So a lot of things cannot be moved, right?
That's right.
Even our firstborn, right, in the world. So the first good we are touching is rubber glove, right? So this is very important for our industry here. So for MRPMA, we established in year 1952, right? During the time we call it as Malaysian Rubber Good Manufacturers Associations. So in year 1977, we limit as a Malaysian Rubber Products Manufacturers Association, MRPMA, until today's. So MRPMA, we got two types of members. One we call ordinary members. Membership of MRPMA is open or primarily to all the manufacturers of rubber product in the rubber industry. So we call this is this in this category will be considered as ordinary members. We also encourage, however, the other company related with the rubber industry to join us as an associate member, right? So recently our members is about 160, right? It's not big association, but it's very important association in Malaysia. So now I introduce that our associations, we have got one president, me currently I'm the president. We got two vice presidents here, Mr. Pang and Mr. Loh here. So we also got others 5 committee members, 4 core members, and 4 observer in our committee. So our committee actually is very young. In my terms, I always to encourage the young generation. I want to build out the successors for our industry. So I more welcome the young generation to join the association. Not the association is old, but our committee is very young here.
That's good. That's good.
So as an association, we do a lot of activities. We organize a lot of workshops. Like we also even the conference seminar. So during the our 70th anniversaries, we also in conjunction do MRPMA rubber industry conference. So it's very good response from the industry players. From our MRIC, Malaysia MRPMA rubber industry conference, we share a lot of latest technology, especially now. We are based very challenges is the labor shortage, so we are more encourage them move forward to automation or IR 4.0. In terms of that, we also try to help them how to move forward involved in this automation to cut off all the not so depending to the labels. And then also we move to the green, right? So we encourage them to convert to use solar energy, right? From there, we also can be save a lot of costs, also can be saved our Mother Earth, right? So this mostly what the activities we are paid by MRPMA. So the meanwhile there for MRPMA, we are quite busy. Most our committees are not like Mr. Pang only attend to as a board of trustee or board member of a government agency. We also involve a lot of the task force committee under all the ministry, like MIPI, MOHR, DOS. So we will bring out the issue or challenges facing by the members.
Yeah.
So meanwhile, we also sit in this Malaysian standard. We involve a lot, the rubber standard. So we give a lot of input from our experience and from our industry expertise. This is what the rules paid by the association, right?
So yeah. So your association is 70 years old. It is old,
yeah,
but very dynamic. Yeah, very dynamic. Yeah. With a young committee, that is an additional add-on for good for the industry as well, so that you're keeping the next generation in line to move it forward and keep it in a sustainable manner. Yeah. So okay, maybe we, Mr. Low, one thing I wanted to, rubber industry, myself, I've been in the rubber industry for the last 25 years. One thing I always see is the rubber industry is very conservative. They don't open up much, okay, in terms of information, exchange information. So it looks like your activities, a lot of activities you are doing, make the industry aware of the developments and things like that. So can you talk about how you breaking the ice to guys to exchange, because sometimes members can have the same type of businesses and particularly they don't encourage you to invite each other's factories. Can you talk about how is MRPMA managing it?
Yeah. In fact, as you know, the rubber industry is very traditional, and most of them are very conservative. Like you mentioned, most of them, sometimes they are very reluctant to share information. But we do arrange what we call is a courtesy visit, as well as what we call for like this year, we do some of these interviews with this company. So we tell them we actually tell them that we are trying to promote and to help the Malaysia rubber industries. We are not actually trying to snatch your businesses or things like that. In fact, we believe that if we work together, then we can grow together. So in this way, through various meetings and then through courtesy visit, they are very much receptive to the ideas. And then also because MRPMA, we arrange a lot of these activities like coffee talk, seminar, things like that. And we encourage all these members to join us. So when they join us, we get together, then we have more communication, we have more connection, then we understand each other's more. Then that way they will slowly open up, and then we can see more interaction in between members. So in this way, I think it will help a lot. Traditionally, if you talk about just sending emails, things like that, without face-to-face interaction, it is very difficult. Yeah. So we have a lot of activities.
Yeah, I agree with Mr. Law. Those days we don't have this kind of courtesy call or loose show. So they cannot get the first-hand information. So whatever we can service to them, or we can pass a new technology or new information to them, they're quite surprising. So our technology already moved until certain stage. Certain process which also can be automated. Like we can cut a lot of so-called the hidden costs, processing loss, process. Then we can be this kind of hidden costs. We can be turn it, the hidden profit becomes hidden profit, right? So some our members is quite supply fees, right? We can share this kind of information to them, and then they also welcome us to more often to custody call to them.
Yeah.
Right, Mr. Loh, right?
Yeah, correct. Because if not, basically previously most of them are very shy, and then when they have problem, they keep it to themselves. They don't go through association. So when you meet up with them, then they open up. They'll tell you the stories, the obstacles that they are facing. So we tell them that basically, if you have all these issues, you have to highlight to MRPMA. So the MRPMA can be the voice of the rubber industry to highlight this to the various ministries.
Yeah, I think this is very important, for the association to. I think your role is noble, because as a committee members, you are not just only looking at your business, but you're looking at whole industry sector, every company or every member of your association. I see that all associations, what they're doing is, it's not a paid jobs, first of all, right? It's all the voluntary and honorary positions, and but the benefits you're really doing for the industry is good, and you are doing a lot of activities, and Mr. Fang is talking about bridging the gap between the government and industry to facilitate the more exports or the expansions of business development overall. So yeah, Mr. Fang, you want to add anything that what we missed in before?
Yeah, I was missed lots of words because what I was talking about is the trade barrier currently being implemented by certain countries to prevent our products from being exported. Yeah? So this one we are actually getting a lot of help from MRC. Okay, MRC is actually facilitating this program to try to reduce this type of barrier, especially those like US, UK, those Euro countries. They're talking about forced labor and all these things. So actually, MRPMA is actually doing a lot of this dialogue with the government agencies, like MRCs, like custom and all those, so that these issues can actually be minimized. It cannot be resolved totally, but actually can be minimized. As for the LGM part, you see, LGM is actually doing a lot of services like testings of rubber products for the rubber industries. Okay, currently there's one project in which called tire testing facilities. Is by LGM. So it was actually quite some time ago. The thing was actually many years ago. They have got to test these tires to prevent those low and cheap quality products from coming into Malaysia. So recently, it seems like by December this year, they'll be able to conduct this test, okay, to the facilities to test all those imported tires, so that those tires will not be able to affect our own industry, especially the tire industries. Yeah.
I think for the audience purpose to understand, LGM means Malaysian Rubber Board. Yeah. So
yeah, Lembaga Getah Malaysia or Malaysian Rubber Board.
Malaysian Rubber Board. Yeah, and also very dynamic as well, research wise and all the facilities they have. So,
yeah, they're doing quite a lot of this research and development for this rubber industry in both the upstream, midstream, and even the downstream currently. Yeah. So some of the projects are still going on. But like certain things, they have come up with those eco-prina, pure-prina, those specialties rubber of the natural rubber. So it seems like many things will be coming out. They're very active now. As for MRC, MRC is actually Malaysian Rubber Council. It was being renamed as previously as was Malaysian Rubber Product Export Council, MREPC.
MREPC.
So with a new name, and also they are doing a lot of these changes in terms of this activities and also promotions to help the rubber industries, right? Even this IRICE, our by this MRPMA, they are the major sponsor and also a core host. So they are actually trying to help the rubber industry now.
Well, we will come back. We'll come back to about MRC again. I'd like to get into the how is the market, overall market of Malaysian rubber products? So Mr. Yao would like to talk about it. Yeah.
Actually, during this COVID pandemic, actually our rubber industry done very well. The export revenue also keep increasing, right? So as you know so our medical is a super bombings during these 2 years, right? So because of this pandemic, even for the others rubber product also. So because the need from the industry under these essentials, so our export revenue also go almost is a double digit I would say that. So in terms of that, the MRPMA also try to help our industry to go more further, especially we try to hold the hand for SME to attract this targeting these global markets That's why our committees come out the ideas to organize IRIC, International Rubber Industry Convention and Expo in Malaysia. So I think this is first is a pure for the rubber industry expo in Malaysia. So hopefully from that we can bring our industry move forward to the international market. Then we also try to bring in the international buyers, right? To purchase the Malaysian rubber product. As you know that our rubber product is very well recognized by internationals, especially made in Malaysia, because we are the pioneers in this rubber industry. But a lot of buyers, they don't know how to knock the door because they cannot get the contacts, right? So this is the platform. We organize this IRIC to let them well know about our rubber industry. And then we also try to encourage our members, our industry players, to participate in this kind of internet show. Right? Just like what Mr. Loro said, during the day, they only in the comfort zone, not ready to expanding, right? But the markets trends will be changed, right? We must be move forward, to grow our business, right? And then to sustain our industries. And then we are move forward, in this next level, when you say that. That's why I think I let Mr. Low try to bring some, information about why we come this highlights, because he is our organizing chairman for this event.
We will come back to that one, okay, that IRIC we discuss in details about how the people can benefit about it. I want people understand about what is going on in the Malaysian rubber market. Mr. Low, would like to add any additional information with reference to the markets happening, in Malaysia?
If we are talking about dry rubber industries, basically we are looking at the steady growth for the dry rubber industries. In fact, we connected most of our members, and they say they are actually very busy with the orders coming in. And the only issue that we are having now is the shortage of manpower. So I believe that there is still a lot of opportunities for Malaysian rubber industries. The only thing is that we have to compete with the growing competition from China. So automation will be the key point here. So which is why MRPMA is also working with various government agencies to get the necessary grant and what we call tax exemption. So in a way, we believe that if we, as a MRPMA, if we are able to help all these members to get the proper channel to expand their businesses, so it will also help our economy as a whole.
And how is the investments in Malaysia? You guys are expanding production capacities. When you yourself in your company, you're producing custom rubber and compounds. And how is your business? Is it investing more, or no more companies are coming in investing in it in the rubber industry or not in Malaysia?
For our company, this year alone we invested close to 2 million. So we will be investing more in coming years because we are upgrading our machinery in order to get better efficiency as well as better energy consumption. I believe Mr. Yao company also invested a lot in IR 4.0. So as a whole, we can see that most of our members also investing in machineries because you cannot keep on to be a very labor intensive industries. So moving forward, it has to be some kind of automation.
Yeah. So it means that it's a good sign that investment is happening. Means the industry outlook is very positive. Mr. Yao, what are you doing in your company or in terms of investments?
Yeah, like what Mr. said, actually our economy is growing. So even between these 2 years, our country revenue also keep increasing, especially in these E sectors and agri communities. So this also to help us. There is a need and there is the demand there. That's why we need to get ladies, to accept this kind of huge orders. What Mr. Lo just now will say there. So now we are going to from our very traditional rubber industry to move forward to automation, semi-autos. So I am the pioneers one to success to automate our inspections sections. So we use these articles inspection machines. It's fully auto. So from there we can save a lot of costs, and then the customer will ensure that it's more confidence. Because why I move forward this, when I got one overseas customer from USA, they come to have a site audit. Then they say that why we need use a lot of manpower to do all these kind of manual visual inspections. And then he asking me that, are you going to check their eye size, whether to confirm their eye size is good? So I quite shocked from there we are already used to it. We never to check the eye size because always we are provide this magnifiers for them. It's not the issue But after that when the comment from my overseas customer, so I realized ladies we cannot make sure our operators from morning 8 a.m. the performance eye size can be good as every hours, right? There will be eyes will be tired, even they check all the product, right? Especially all every day facing all the rubber product is all in black color, right? So after the checking, their eyes almost 40% they need to wear the spec,
Sure.
So yeah, some also their eyes also is already infections. They're also not aware, So now it's also very good advice from my customer. Now every 6 months I will send my staff to go check all the eye signs and make sure they are in the good conditions So from there I start to looking for these automations. So more now I already implement. Now I got 2 production line for automation inspections. So from there I'm ready. So however the bulk order in, I don't suffering about shortage of manpowers. Those days when I begin the new one project, my factory manager will say, boss, I need extra 10 manpowers to cook this order. So like that, how are we going to make the profit, right? From there, I bring in the one project in. It means that my expenses also need to increase, right? So this is not ladies logic, say that. So from Laos, everything we do all this kind of very string mappings to do all the assessments and then improvements. So from there, now, however, the new bulk order in, we are ready. And then our customer also very happy, international customer very happy that because they already ensure that our product is 100% checked by the machine. It's not by the human. Because we know humans definitely have human errors. We cannot avoid one, right? But machine is not. Then we already setting, so we can call out the CPR, however the data, we can check, however the lot numbers, the quantities, where is the root cause, right? So where is the problem from, right? So this is what I encourage our rubber industry should be moved forward, right? Yes.
Go on. Yeah.
Yeah, in terms of that, during my last consultancy call in the north in Penlings, I visit one our industry players. So from there, I saw that the production line also repeating what I'm doing in those days. So a lot of loss, a lot of hidden costs on that. So from there, I straightforward the pinpoint, what is the weaknesses. The bosses is very happy, that before that, he said that don't have this kind of visitors to come to pinpoint their weaknesses, then to encourage them how to improve. So this is very important when we say that. So we must share our informations, our knowledge to our industry, so we can grow together.
Yeah. So it's something you put in a word that of course labor is one issue, but more important is your better productivity and a better environment, so that you can produce high quality products with less stressful worry about whether it's manual errors are there or not. Probably yes. you can sleep well in the night time.
Yeah, I'm not only can sleep well, so I can got extra time to contribute to the associations. Now I more so do this association work more than my company.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Good. Mr. Fang, how is your business? What kind of, are you investing more, and how you see the market for you?
Yeah, our business is actually more tire retrading related business. Actually, we are actually selling to all those retraders. At the meantime, we are trying to improve, invest on selectively, especially those related to quality standard like MS. Retraded tires now, in which they have this quality standard called MS224, that require our products to be all the components to be certified by the Malaysian standard. So we are working towards the goal. Actually, we have already got 2 of our products certified, as I mentioned earlier. So we are trying to complete the 3rd one currently. And the investment is also requiring by this enforcement nowadays. The enforcer MS224, they are talking about this labor quarters, labor facilities, whatever those related to this enforced labor. We are actually investing quite a lot of money to upkeep our hotels and all these things, right? I think not only myself, I think most of the companies, and in fact all the companies are doing so in Malaysia now, right? To prevent this forced labor from being and certain things like those enforcement by this carbon, carbon toxicity. Okay, yeah, we are actually investing quite a lot of the money on these facilities to try to reduce this carbon black. What you call carbon black coming out from the mixers and all these things, right? Dust collectors and all these things. So capacity wise, I think we are quite okay. Capacity, there's no issue. It's just that these are the things that we are affecting us, those enforcement.
So you are improving all angles for profitability, for a better work environment, and also that productivity. Yeah, environment. Yeah, so super. Can we talk a little bit about the policies, government policies, which are supporting or friendly to the growth of the rubber industry? I know the MRC is playing active role, and what kind of policies are, whether it is in terms of the trade agreements between the countries helping the rubber industry in Malaysia. Mr. Yao, you want to touch on that, on the government policies?
Yeah. So just now I mentioned that there's a role that MRPMA involved in many of government task force committee there. So even we have so-called the inviting by the ministry to give some input to come out the policy how to grow our rubber industry, right? So now what the MRC role playing that from last time, there is a Malaysian Rubber Promotion Council. They only focus in promotions, right? Now they change this Malaysian Council. They open more wide scope. So for Malaysian Rubber Council, they can be help the upstream, midstream, and the downstream. So from the council there, so there are a lot of the task force committees, right? They invite the industry players to join to give the input. Especially they have so industry linkage funds, to help the industry to develop the new things. So a few committees there So we also see in this so-called the many agencies we try to give input so to help the government to come out the policy ready to can be to help the industries, and then give a lot of incentives to help our industry players to upskill their mercenaries, also to upskill their talent developments. This is very important because now a lot of fresh graduates, they are not really sit in this polymer science, right? So the MRC also give a lot of scholarship, and then we have a cooperation with the university, right, to develop their talents, the engineers, the chemists, to join our industry. So from there we have a news, good to join it, to grow the industry, to sustain our industry, right, to the next level. This is what MRPMA concerns From there, our committee also give a lot the input, right, and then from there, governments they did listens our advice or our comments or our suggestions, So this is a very good move, right?
Yeah.
Just to add on,
please.
Just to add on, even the ministry also invites MRPMA for the industry roadmap, so that we will give input to them. What are the best industry roadmap for our rubber industries?
Yeah. So I think by this month, so the MRC also conduct this industry consultations. So from there also, all industry players, especially the associations, will be joined there, where we give input to Malaysian Rubber Councils, right? How we going to move forward in the coming years.
I think the MRC is playing a very dynamic role to support the industry, and I think you highlighted very well that supporting students or young in next generation to come in with the scholarships. And also recently I found that they have this research for innovations budget, inviting both domestic researchers as well as international researchers to develop innovative products or innovative solutions to meet the requirements of the rubber industry. That is also very nice program for the benefit of the rubber industry. Yeah? Okay.
Mr. Low sit in the task force committees. So he need to read a lot of research paper, to give the comments, the advice.
Yeah, that is very important, so that a lot of research they do for for the publications. But when you bring the research to the applied or practical applications, their time and the money they spend, you can multiply in benefits in hundreds and thousand times. So Mr. Low role is very important. You got to read, of course.
You have to spend a lot of time reading all the papers.
But at the same time, you also learn a lot. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you learn a lot. Yeah. Okay. I know we talk a little bit about COVID impact. I know actually Malaysia benefited. We're talking about glove sector. Okay. Even the nitrile gloves and yeah. How is in solid rubber products, like your side, in terms of the automotive or construction or industrial product? How is it does it affected the industry, or any government has given some support? Who wants to take first? Mr. Yao, you want to take it first on it?
Yeah. I think during this pandemic, COVID, for the solid rubber, we also grow very well. It's not it's totally not affected lah. But during the automotive, during the lockdown time, we are not under the censor. We are not allowed to operate lah. Right. During the time, we are lost about 2 months operation time. But after the lockdown is reopens, so all the industry already catch up whatever the loss, the business, within 6 month time. So actually, the industry now is back to normal. The only things that we are challenged is a big challenge during this COVID time. We cannot replace our foreign workers. So when the foreign workers already finish their contract, they're going back to their country, we cannot get the replacement. This is the main challenge just during this COVID time. We are shortage of manpowers. It's the real shortage. So if not ladies, then our rubber industry actually go very well. Because during this recently our roadshow to northern and the southern Malaysia, that is a common issue. They said, Mr. I got a lot of backlog orders, but I cannot cope. I lately short of manpower. And then now most production, they only can run 60 to 70%. Right. So this is a main issue we are challenges during this COVID. So we also highlight our problem to our ministry, Malaysian Plantation Industry and Commodities. We are under this ministry. So our minister also already helpful. So to brought this issue to the Malaysian Human Resource Departments, the Minister of Human Resource. So the ladies to help our industry to fast process to approve our applications lah. So within these 2 months, so I also very happy that many of our members are already get the quota from Ministry of Human Resource to get the replacements. So from there, hopefully by this second quarters, all our members can run 100% for the productions.
Anything to add to on that issue, Mr. Fang?
Yeah, actually, this COVID cases actually affected us a lot. We are actually running at about 50% capacity. So we may have to stop some of our machines, but then nevertheless, our customer, most of our customer also, they have actually reduced their capacity of their production. But lately, for the past few months, it seems like we are picking up. So when we are picking up, we should be able to cover some of our losses. And it's good. It's also good that during the COVID time, we got plenty of time to upgrade our machines, to do a lot of maintenance. It's not too bad actually.
Yeah. So is a vaccination fully vaccinated everybody in the company? Is it compulsory? Is it mandatory for you?
Yes, we have to be vaccinated 2 times plus. Another one is also the jab total. Yeah? So
Okay,
everybody
good.
has to be vaccinated.
Yeah. Okay, we'll move to the, again, I think COVID, of course, impacted many people, but at the same time also give us an opportunity to look at our operations, improving. Some of you doing maintenance, some of you start looking at automation, and a lot of you open other doors as well, right? So of course, people suffered a lot. That is a sad part of it, but in terms of, if you look at the positive side, they gave us a good lesson what are our wastages and how to minimize those ones as well. Yeah. Let's look into the automotive industry. How is going? Everybody talks about electric vehicles. I don't know. It's a buzzword everywhere. Is the same thing in Malaysia? What is going on in electric vehicle?
Looking at the current government policy, the government is actually encouraging the EV ownership in Malaysia. They give tax exemption for now for electric vehicle, but the only pushback now is that electric vehicle is still very expensive. There's no entry level electric vehicle yet, but I was told that the local automotive industry, Perodua and Proton itself, are looking into this developing EV vehicle for Malaysian market. So we will be seeing a shift in rubber usage. So from ICE to EV, the usage of oil resistance rubber will be greatly reduced. The latest news is that the European nation is going to ban ICE vehicle by year 2035. So it is only 13 years from now. So the rubber industry will have to change their approach from, especially those company doing the automotive market. So you need to change from MBR type of rubber, the CV boots, the engine hoses, things like that, to possibly CR, because the electric vehicle, you are talking about the risk of flame in the vehicle. So I think there will be a sudden shift of rubber usage from MBR to CR. And I believe most of the Malaysian rubber producers are already ready for this change.
I think the number of parts for the electric vehicle required for will be reduced. That's what everybody concerned about. So is the rubber industry ready to, in terms of changing to the new product line or update themselves? I think there are new materials coming up like TPE, TPVs, replacing the traditional materials as well. Yeah? Okay, let's look at how is the tire industry itself? Who's going? I think Mr. Fang, you are supplying retreating. I'm sure that you have some idea about how is the tire industry in Malaysia.
Doesn't look really promising. I think most of our tire industry, those tire manufacturers are shifting overseas, right? Because of certain problems like shortage of labels and all the things. Okay, and if they are not really competitive, nevertheless, there are also some new tire manufacturers they are talking about coming into it. So they may be looking at certain like quality labels here, right? It's cheap labels we cannot find here. They may be looking at quality labels, right? Like those technical competent staff and all this. We have plenty in Malaysia, right? So like tire export, not tire export to overseas also there's some increase, okay, of about 34% compared to 2020. Yeah? So looks like tire there's not much change. Not much change actually.
And I think Mr. Palama, so for the tire industry, actually most is the international investor in Malaysia, like Continental, Goodyear, Toyo, right? Yeah. So this also depends to our automotive industry. right? Because those days in year 90s or 2000s, Malaysia is the biggest passenger car producer in Malaysia. That's why there is a consumption there about 500,000 to 600,000 vehicles on the road. Recently, our tire industry not ready to go because our neighbor country, Thailand, Indonesia, the passengers car already produce up to millions and 1.5 million vehicles, right, annually. So that's why the tire industry, they're more concentrated in Thailand and Indonesia. Meanwhile, then Malaysia still is tire industry is doing quite well, right? Only then the goal limit is limit. Malaysian market is not so big, not compared to our neighbor country.
But I think you have a good, strong retreading market, right? I think you have a retreading
Yes.
tire manufacturers, a strong community of that one. So how it is going? I think Mr. Fang, you are also supplying retreading materials as well, right?
Yeah, retrading wise, they are doing well, especially those they are locally, because of the certain China tires now actually is not coming in, not as cheap as previously because of what they call the logistic and all things. So retrading is a natural choice instead of going for these China tires. Yeah.
Okay, let's want to add anything? Yeah.
No.
Okay. You know, one thing we recently have seen situation is the raw material supply chain disruptions, right? You guys have problems with the supply chain, shipping cost. Okay, okay. You during the COVID, one problem there was a ship got in trouble in some canal, and then disturbed the whole world. And now we have the Ukraine war, you name it, all kinds of things. So there is a lot of disruptions on the supply chain. How you guys are taking care, or how you're managing it? You know, the whole, whether it is shipping, exports or imports. Yeah. So, Mr. Low, you want to touch on it? Yeah.
As you know, that most of the materials are in fact, more than 100% increase in prices. You know, when we have to import in. Because the logistic price is going as high as 300%. You know? So what we are doing is try to utilize more on the local products, raw materials from local source. Yeah. Especially natural rubber, we may have to use more on the natural rubber instead of using importing more these synthetic rubbers. Yeah. For carbon black rice also, we try to import from the nearest source instead of importing from a very far away. You know?
Mr. Low, what is your experience?
For our compounding industry, is not easy because first we have COVID, so we thought it's only COVID or lockdown. Then we have shipping problem, not enough of container, and then the sea freight charges went up. Then you have the flooding in Europe last year. Then you have the Ukraine war. It's very disruptive in the supply chain. Then you have the China locking down for their zero COVID policy. This is very disruptive. In fact, a lot of our customers ask, do you foresee any more interruption in supply? I said that is $1 million question. No one could answer it. So we see that during these past 2 years, we are living in a very strange world. You have so many issues all coming together. So, like in compounding, if you miss one material, you cannot mix the compound. So you need to have all ingredients. Then again, our customer told us, then you should keep stock. You should build up your stock inventory. That is not the inventory issue. The issue is that you cannot get any supply because the sea freight is already delayed, things like that. Then price went up. So as a whole, we see that the shortage could not be resolved anytime soon, just like the chip shortage for automotive industry and electronic industries. So some customers ask, you already been talking about these shortages since early last year. So when are these going to be resolved? I said, no, no one knows the answer. Yeah. It's so difficult to answer. So
So how about,
we only try our best to keep whatever stock that we can keep, but that also comes as a cost, because you keep stock, you need money. That will tie up all your cash. Yeah. So it's not easy to manage this delicate situation.
nobody predicted it, and nobody prepared for it. Yeah. So
Yes, like
Mr.
one of my
Yao,
customers doing automotive parts, he also asked me, do you think the Ukraine-Russia war will be a short one? Oh, I said, I'm not Putin, I cannot answer you that.
it looks it's going to be longer than we all thought. It should be supposed to
Yeah.
think in a short one, but it looks like a long haul there. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Mr. Yao, how's yours situation?
I think this is common issue lah. The challenges, and then this nobody can be expected when it happens. This never happened before. Because of this COVID and this Ukraine and the Russia war, right? There is no choice lah. The things that now all the industries like us, the SME, we need to deserve our cash flow to keep all the raw materials lah. Because the price every month it keep change, right? Even the logistics cost, the shipments, always keep delay, and then we be very difficult to book the vessel, right? So this is the thing that all the industry like us, we need to help with best. We need to keep at least now. This has never happened before, like at least 6 months to 8 months raw materials. Because forever our overseas customer or our OEM customer, we cannot every month to revise our quotation. Right? We need to secure our business and then keep supporting to our customer. There's no choice lah. There's a big challenge. So this is what we how to manage it. That's why a lot of developments between these years will be slowdowns. So mostly we are keep all the raw materials to keep continuous support to our customer, and then meanwhile that we also try to communicate with our upstream, our suppliers. You see that we need to get the first sense information. Sometimes the shortage of materials, we don't know when we can get it. Even now we got money, we got cash, we pay for orders. Even we also can't get the materials. This never happened before in our rubber industry, right? So this is very important. The transformance of the information is very important. That's why we very closely to work together with our suppliers. We want to know the market's scenario, right? See when can be the orders we will place it. So what is the lead time? This is very important. That so from there we need to well manage on all the raw materials lah. Like what Mr. Loh said lah. So for there the warehouse never keep the warehouse full like before. So they start all the cash flow. Yeah.
Very high holding cost.
This is the problem challenge lah. So how is the management, how to work together with the customer and the suppliers lah. Even we also saves. We talk to our customer. You please log in your orders, then we secure the raw material for you. At least within these 6 months, right? Our production not affected because of the fluctuation of the pricings or whatever lah. So like that means our business will be running more smooth lah. Don't need to spend so many time every day to call out. Wow, what is the price today? Tomorrow I need to increase the price. So I need to revise. So will be lost a lot of hidden resources lah. I'm say that lah.
So it's also should be concerned about in natural rubber there is a price uniformity all here, but raw material prices on chemicals and additives, all these things, you have different price from each, so that is also keep up following with them, and day by day changes. It's a very challenging times for all of us.
Especially in this not synthetic rubber, the price keep changing. Sometimes we need to wait for orders for 6 months, and then the price cannot be confirmed.
Okay, can move a little bit on to the recycling. How is, now, you talk nowadays, you're talking about zero carbon society or, sustainability, circular economy. These are the buzzwords, and I think many companies are, actively involved in this. How is the recycling, rubber recycling and the tire recycling industry, what are the developments in those areas?
Yeah. I think the rubber recycling industry in Malaysia has done quite well, especially for the tires recycling. We got 2 members that do this kind of recycling business for the tire. Then they start this tire task, right, to be used in the industries, the commercial product, So even our Malaysian Rubber Board also, they also try to use the cutlam to do the rubberized road, right, to more recycling and more use the natural product. Even for the waste for the rubber glove, so one of our committees, Mr. Stephen YB he do very well. He collect all the recycle, yes, take the shoe. And then this shoe is an anti-slip, the design, the formulations, even for about 35 degrees stroke, you put the oil in this steel plate also, it can clamp out like this, So I'm proud with this, creative and innovative product used by these recycled materials. That's why from there, I think our government also very encouraged to help him to promote the green technology. From there, I think the design of this recycled gloves shoe. So Mr. Stevens also, I think he granted a lot of award. Really, we are proud with him.
Yeah, I saw the video and it's fantastic. Actually,
fantastic. Yeah. That's why even our as an association, we also help him to do the promotions.
Yeah. So, Mr. Low, recovered carbon black. A lot of things happening on the recovered carbon black. You guys use anything recovered carbon black?
No, unfortunately, we are not using any of this because most of our customers have a very stringent requirement. So we don't actually use recycled carbon black. Yeah, but for the past 6 months, the carbon black price is very, very expensive. It's now more expensive than the natural rubber. So although our weak Malaysia currency is not helping, the price is already almost touching at about 10 ringgit per kg. So there's no other choice by us to use another carbon black. We just have to make do with the current market price.
And in Malaysia, you don't have any carbon black manufacturing facility?
No, Kidmat already moved out from Malaysia many years ago to Indonesia and China. So we are basically using carbon black as well as Thai carbon black. Yeah.
Are there any chemical manufacturers in Malaysia?
Not many. Most of the chemical manufacturers are like zinc oxide, sulfur, which is the very low usage in terms of PHR. So the main ingredients like the polymers, carbons, those accelerator activators are mostly imported.
Okay, so you depend.
A lot. We confuse
there are some
suppliers, right, in Malaysia, like performance additive.
Yeah.
And then our members, Sinotex, they also do this chemical master batch, right? So this also is a advanced technology, especially it's good for the environments, right? Just like what Mr. Pang mentioned there. So these carbons, we use the carbon powders that will affect the environments, and then we need to fulfill our Department of Environment's rule and regulations. So maybe we need to invest a lot of capitals to upgrade all the facilities. If ladies, we use this carbon bag, master batch, actually we help our productions with a good environment, and then the people, the worker will like to work at this environment, not only after do the compounding, just left two eyes with a white color. Other than that, all is black. Right.
Yeah,
So it is one technology Actually, we should be move forward
Yeah.
Right. I think Mr. Parang, you saw before all the compounders or after the working hours they only left two eyes. Why not? Other than that, all is black.
So, Mr. Fang, you want to add anything on this?
Yeah, back to the tires recycling. Yeah, actually, these products from this tire recycling are mainly steels, fabric, and the one is actually using more is the tire dust, and this tire dust is actually used for reclaimed rubbers. Yeah? So they are during the current scenario of this. There are pros and cons. Like these products are not expensive products; they are actually cheap products. You want to ship it over to overseas, the freight charges the freight cost or the shipping costs may be actually more than the value of this product. So shipping overseas is currently is quite impossible. Nevertheless, bringing in from overseas are also quite impossible. Like you used to buy a reclaimed rubber from this overseas, like Vietnam. Their price is shot up a lot, yeah. So maybe 30-40%. So we have the opportunities for our local tire reclaim producer, right, to supply to us at a much cheaper cost because they cannot export. Yeah. So this is actually good for our those tire recycling industries.
I think the reclaiming use has been increasing everywhere, every part of the world. I think that Mr. Low, you are developing compounds with reclaims as well.
Not that many. We are only using part of this reclaimed MBR. We have some of these customers have actually this requirement. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I think overall global industry and the reclaim, has been increasing everywhere because of the raw material, raw material prices increasing. So original material, virgin materials. Yeah. Okay, we talk into our premium event, IRIC. You call IRIC, right? Okay, and so tell us about what kind of exhibitors are there, what kind of products they are going to display, what kind of business matching services, or how to for the buyers, what kind of benefits are there at the show. I think Mr. Low, you are the person organizing chairman, so ball goes to you.
Yeah, thank you. So the IRIC is actually a brainchild of MRPMA because in Malaysia and international buyers, they already know about IRGCE, which is the glove exhibition. So we need to stand out for our own dry rubber industry, which is why we have the IRIC. So IRIC is actually aimed at helping the dry rubber industry, be it upstream, downstream, or midstreams, to expand their what we call export opportunities. So the IRIC, we cover basically 6 sectors: the electronic industries, then the upstreams, then we have the engineering of products, then we have these automotive parts. So we actually encourage all of our members to join us because previously there's no such platform in Malaysia to do exhibition for dry rubber industry. So we actually seek help from the relevant government ministry as well as MRC to support this event so that we move the first step forward. You need to make the first step forward. So also we tell our members, if you want to expand your business, you also must support our event so that we can do a good one so that everyone will know IRIC. when you have established this platform, so that we can expand further in years to come, so that we can pull more international buyers. We all know we have rubber exhibition in Thailand, Indonesia, Vietnam, but there's no rubber exhibition, dry rubber exhibition in Malaysia. So why not we do that in Malaysia? So this is why that we came up with the IRIC. So as at the moment, we already sold 90% of our booth. So there are still a few more inquiries coming up, and we are very confident that we are able to sell all the booth. So a lot of preparation being done. Also, we make a lot of roadshow, like Mr. Yao mentioned. We went to the north, then the central region, southern region, to promote this to the industry. A lot of people, a lot of these our members, because they are not aware, because we will send emails to them, some of them don't read. So we go there, approach them, we tell them the benefit of joining IRIC. Participation fee is very low for MRPMA members. Also, we do all the promotion. The MRC is helping, the Matrix is helping. So why not? We will ask them, why not you join? So when they know about the benefits of the IRIC and they see that there's opportunity for them to grow, most of them sign up for the IRIC exhibition. So we hope that this will be the first step forward and the successful one comes early September. So in fact, also the minister also very impressed with all the preparation being done by MRPMA. We hope that every single exhibitors start to prepare the necessary, because we keep on updating them what to do, what to arrange, because many of these members, they have not participated in any exhibition. So we need to guide them. So with the help of Mr. Kong and the MRPMA team, we have this specific WhatsApp group to keep on reminding the exhibitors what to do, what to prepare, so that we will put on a good show rather than a half-assed show. So some of these exhibitors, they do not know how to display the product. So this is a very important information that we keep on sharing out to our members. Yeah. So we hope that this will be a good event.
Well, it's very, any exhibition, as myself an organizer of an exhibition, any exhibition brings all the community members together. You exchange information. It leads to the business development in the long term, not just only short term, it's a long term, So, so all the members should actually participate. Can you talk about, you have this business matching program, I think, in cooperation with MRC, if the foreign buyers, how they can register, or in the local, Malaysian rubber industries, how to register, how can they connect each other before coming to the show? So can you talk about your business matching program?
Yeah, actually, we also told most of our members that if you have a specific buyers that you intend to bring it in, they can always let us know, so that we can arrange it with MRC to bring the buyer in for the business matching program. This is to cut short all the necessary work for our members. We do all the necessary arrangement for this buyer to come in here. Then also we will arrange the face-to-face meeting with these buyers. So a lot of these customers, they do not know how to approach potential buyers. We brief them. We actually go through all these exhibitors and we tell them, we can help you. Don't worry, MRPMA will be the platform to assist you in business matching program. This, I think, is never being done before by many of the exhibition organizers. I believe MRPMA will be the first one to do so. So it is all our effort by MRPMA to help our members. I don't see why some of them are still shy. So we hope they take this opportunity to identify more buyers. Yeah.
See, it's always a challenge when you do the first time. There is always some Mr. Doubters. Okay, there are always some people. Okay, let's see first time how it goes. So the next time we join. There is, but I think everybody should put hands together. Every rubber industry, in Malaysia, to join to every member of MRPMA should put hands together and make this as a big success for them, for their own benefit. Not, not talking about others, but if you you participate, you benefit. That's how it is, right?
Yeah.
Can you talk about, see the overseas buyers? I think the MRC is playing a role to bring the overseas buyers. And how is the travel situation? Is it easy to get into Malaysia? Even myself, I'm going to be joined. So for the benefit of the international participants, can you give some guidelines about the traveling to Malaysia? Is it because of the COVID, a lot of restrictions. Now it is country open. Is it right? Yeah.
Malaysia now currently is already open. In fact, you just you don't have to do the what we call self quarantine anymore. So you just buy a ticket, it comes in here within 24 hours. You just need to do your COVID test and just upload it to the MySejahtera. That's it. This is a lot more easier than before. I believe that we are already in the endemic phase. I believe that the economy should be open like any other countries, just like our neighboring countries, Singapore, Thailand. So for international buyers to come into Malaysia, there's not much of restriction now. It's just basically almost all open up.
So it's easy to travel to Malaysia to participate in IRIC. Yeah. So
yeah,
that's how I want to give the message. Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Param, I think the travel is not issue. Now, actually, our border now is totally is open. So
yeah.
travel as usual. So no any conditions on this COVID, endemics.
Yeah.
Right? We are welcome youth, and also we are welcomes all the rubber industry players, to come to join us to share all the technology or informations. Right? From here, as what you know that. These ILS we cover 6 categories. So even now, we also helping our upstreams, the rubber tapper or smallholders for their handicraft products. I think I don't know whether you see before that, this rubber leaf flowers is made from the rubbers. It's very creative. And then this technology already have 30 years in Malaysia. It's not well to promote it. So now as associations, we are trying to help the smallholders to promote their handicraft product. Actually, this product is very good, represent our rubber industry, purely naturals, right? Also is very represent the rubber industry to give as an appreciation token to their customers, right? Their visitors, So this is one of the agenda we're going to promote.
So there will be souvenirs. There is souvenir you can buy a souvenir at a good IRIC. Yeah.
So however, the visitors to come to register as a visitor of the IRIC, during the counter, we also give this souvenir rubber leaf flowers to them. It's very nice rubber leaf flowers, right? Meanwhile, that we also cover for sport and the general consumer goods So this also before that there is no so-called we gather all this kind of product together, right? Not only for the engineering rubbers or construction rubbers or for automotive or E&E electrical and electronics. We will try to testify on that because Malaysia rubber product not only in automotive or in this medical glove, right, sectors. We are covered very wide range actually in Malaysia, right? So especially we are the proud there in Malaysia. We have so-called the engineering rubbers. We have I think the world largest injection machines that can inject 3 tons of rubber material in one time with 24 hours with the sizes 3 meter times 3 meters. Right, we are proud on that. That's why we like to share this kind of experience to the world, and then to welcome all the world buyers, right, to visit IRIC, to let them well know about our rubber industry. Actually, in Malaysia, we are very so-called got very high-tech, high-quality product. the only thing that our promotion is not there. So this is the very good platform. We going to promote our Malaysians best rubber product to the world.
Super. So they can see a wide range of products displayed also in the show. Yeah. So yeah.
Yes.
Even
for all the chemicals, and the machinery and equipments.
Yeah.
Right. So I think we got one exhibitor there display the automation inspection machine there. So for the industry players, there can be open eyes. How going to cut down their labor force to move forward for the automations,
Yeah. And you have also networking dinner so that you have a get together with the business people also, right? You can talk about the networking events. Yeah. You have networking dinner as well. I think
the networking events there like just now I'm saying that we do a lot of consulting call to overseas to all the relevant associations, even we pay for the working visit to certain industry players, right? We share all the experience. For my experience that I do very well courtesy visit to these Taiwans. A lot the Taiwan's rubber industry players is very keen to share the experience, to share their advanced technology to us, right? And then they also share to us how to do all the marketings, right? From those days, they need minimum order quantity. If not, they're not ready to. The cost is not effective, right? They ask for bulk quantity. Until today, in Taiwan, they without resources of the natural, resources. They also do quite well the SME. That's why they get together, they group together. Even now, they don't ask for a big quantity. Even one pieces, they also can sell to you, right? Yeah. So this is very good market strategy they share with us, So these the things the cooperation relations we should be built out. Like example, Mr. Palam, if already in Thailand you've got the connections or the industry players is very clean for MRPMA to do the consultancy call, so we can be arranged to pay a visit, and then we can also share the experience, the business, how we going to be out,
Sure. Yeah, I mean that's a way to go. The extending hands, meeting them. Okay. That's so, and you can also. There's not just selling only. Probably you have a collaborations, a business collaborations or joint venture. So the lot can be done. Yeah. So.
The business is not selling. Sometimes also can buy. We also can buy the product. We also can buy the technology. We also can buy the know-how.
Right. I mean, a lot can be done. You have to open up yourself and open the doors for yourself. So, one more thing I want to talk about. MRPMA is not organizing a conference, but there is a lot of technical programs there. During this period, like plastics, PRIM is organizing a good conference. The visitors, they can also participate in the technical session. That is important. The knowledge, as you know very well, the skilling, upskilling, reskilling, which requires. I think Mr. Lowe knows very well now about how many papers to read to learn, to review the MRC grant. So can you talk about the technical sessions? Okay, during that period, I know it's not by the MRPMA, but I think from other same period.
I think during this time, the prints, they're also conjunction together international rubber cons, right? They have a lot of seminar paper there.
Yeah.
So most of them is the international, expertise to share their papers to us. So in terms of that, MRPMA, our committees, Mr. Woon also give one papers talking about the automotive industries. So from there, we can share a lot of information. We can get a lot of latest technology from all the expertise. So this is very good platform now, because gather together. I think in the world don't have three parties organize one event at the same venue, same times, same locations. We had the world largest, the Gulf Expo, IRGCE, and then we also have an international rubber conference, rubber cons, right? Conjunction together. And now also got IRIC, right? It's open wide range of the rubber product. So from here, almost is a one-stop center. You can get everything in this trade show.
Yeah, I agree. Totally agree. I think you have all in one place, one umbrella, I can say.
One umbrella, yes, right.
Yeah,
one roof.
And one roof. You know, along with this, all this business and thing, but Kuala Lumpur is a great place to travel to. Okay, to visit. You know, you can be not only doing the business or coming for some technical sessions, but you can also visit Kuala Lumpur. You know, you are next to the landmark building, right? Petronas Tower.
Yes.
So I think you can. I'm not the one supposed talking. You talk about visit Kuala Lumpur, the last part of our discussion.
Yeah. That's why we are cooperation with this Malaysian tourism Ministry of Tourism, MICES. They are actually welcome all the visitors to visit Malaysia. So from there, Malaysia is very hospitable cities to welcome yours to visit our city. That's why we choose our exhibition, our expo in KLCC. This is the landmark, right?
Yes.
So this is very encouraging that you all to come to pay a visit, especially during this COVID time and daily times. Hotel rate also very cheap. A lot of things the price is very reasonable because it's not crowd. A lot of this tourist place actually is very good for holidays or sightseeing. You know, with the very reasonable price, it's very enjoying. I think you know that most Europeans buyer they like come to Malaysia for holidays. I got once buyers every year summers the whole family will come to Malaysia. They go to Pulau Rendang, the east coast of Malaysia to enjoy 2 weeks holiday there. To enjoy the seaside, enjoy the sunset, right?
Yeah. Super.
Same with our rubber industry. I always say we are not last one will be sunset, but my community is not agree. They say that our industry always is sunrise, right? We are bright industry, the bright future.
Right. Yes, perfect. And finally, one is Malaysia is a truly Asia, so you get all the Asian people and a lot of great food. I want to highlight that you have great food too. Yeah. Okay. So,
because Malaysia is a multi-cultural society, so you get to enjoy a wide range of foods. Yeah, it's a food heaven for most food lovers, especially.
You name it, we have it. Yeah.
Mr. Parang, you don't worry that when you come to Malaysia, sure I will buy you very good food for you. Hopefully you'll be enjoying your stay in Malaysia, your coming September.
Yes. Before we end this session, I think we covered a lot of issues. What is going on in Malaysia, market, developments, challenges, industry 4.0 or automation and recycling issues, and you create a platform for the whole rubber industry to come to Malaysia to do the business and also for the technical, the exchange of information, and so all great, and now we're looking forward for that September month and to participate in the IRIC. I do request you to give a final message one by one. May I ask Mr. Fang first? Okay, well, message to the audience.
Okay. I would like to welcome all the participants all over the world to come and see for yourself how good is the Malaysian rubber industry is and how advanced we are. Okay, so we actually looking forward to collaborate with all of them, right? Seek their products in Malaysia.
Thank you, Mr. Fang. Mr. Low, you, thanks.
Yeah, I hope that everyone will take this opportunity in September to visit Malaysia as well as the Mega Rubber Exhibition Expo. So see for yourself for the various rubber industry that we can offer quality products, and please do come to Malaysia. Yeah, hoping to see you all at the show.
Thank you, Mr. Low. Mr. Yao, please.
I'm saying welcome to Malaysia. Like, hope you are enjoying to stay in Malaysia. Then you can get whatever you want in Malaysia, especially in our rubber industry. In this trade show, IRIC, that's not what I'm saying that we got wide range of the product, rubber product in one roof, one umbrella. We are welcome you to Malaysia. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much all for joining this session today on the rubber industry conversation. I think we have covered everything what people should know about Malaysian rubber industry and particularly the IRIC. I welcome all audience to be part of this journey of the MRPMA, and not just this year, and they are going to organize on regular basis, okay, and continuous business development and join hands together with MRPMA. That is the final message from as a host for this program. Thank you very much. Sorry.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, hope to see you in September.
Thank you.
Thank you.